Hey guys, today I'll be showing you Trifecta number 6. Let's start right away and look at what I like to call EnderDust. You can see we've summoned a custom endermite, and when I go into survival mode, you can see what it's doing. So it's chasing me like normal, but it's leaving behind a trail of purple and red dust. We can get hurt by the endermite like normal, but also if you run into the dust trail, you'll also get hurt. You can see the dust trail is slowly disappearing in the puff of white particles, so it doesn't leave a trail that's too long. When you go ahead and kill it, it'll stop spawning them, and the trail will go away so I don't get hurt anymore. Let's take a look at how this works. There's not too much redstone for this one. If we come down here, we can see we have a basic fill clock with two different particle commands. This makes the purple and red particles behind the endermite. Next up, we have a comparator clock powering this, which is an execute command to the endermite. This is summoning a silverfish with some custom data tags. Basically, all it's doing is summoning the silverfish, and it can't move, it's invisible, and it dies after a certain amount of ticks. If you would like the trail to be longer, then just add more health to the silverfish, and the trail will be longer for the endermite. Let's move on. Next up, we have a proximity detection landmine / airstrike. As you can see, a TNT falls from the sky and lands on the ground. When it's in this state, it's armed, and if you get too close to it, you can see it explodes in a normal TNT pattern. This not only works when it's on the ground, but if I press the button and get too close to the falling TNT, you can see it explodes no matter what, whether it's in the air or on the ground. Let's take a look at how this works. So here we have our basic fill clock again. This command block is setting all falling sand that's around here within a radius of 4, the chest score to 1. This button over here is spawning a falling sand over here and giving it the chest score. Next up, we have these two command blocks with comparators. This first one is executing at the wither skull, which I have named as ! If it finds that, it's going to execute a command at it that's to summon prime TNT. Over here we have an execute with a score chest min. Now over here, this command block gave the falling sand a chest score of 1. So this is going to test for any player within 5, and also summon a prime TNT at the location. Over here we just have something that's teleporting the wither skull to the chest constantly, so when it's falling through the air, it'll follow it through its descent. We're going to end today's episode with a killstreak-like invention, the electric storm. Now when I right click with the electric storm on the ground, it'll summon a cloud that slowly expands. Now because I'm on the blue team, as you can see on the scoreboard, I'm not affected by the electric storm. But as soon as I switch to the red team and place it down, you can see I get the wither effect whenever I'm within the cloud of particles. Once I back out, I stop getting the wither effect, and once it expands, it starts hurting me again. Let's see that one more time. Let's take a look at how this works. Now as you can see, there's quite a few command blocks here, but most of them are doing a similar command. We start off with yet another fill clock, and we come over here, testing for a player with a storm score of 1. Once this happens, this player summons a wither skull at their location. Then their score is set back to 0. The wither skull is set at your location, so the storm expands around there. Next up, this kills a wither skull that has a storm time of 150, and this one's adding a storm time 1. Every tick this clock goes off. All these command blocks are just particle effects, doing at different times. So you can see when it's young, or when it has a score of 1 to 30, it does a particle cloud within a radius of 0. So this is not very big at all. Once we get further up with a particle command, we can see that it increases to a radius of 3 instead of 0. This continues on making particle commands and play sounds. And then over here we have an execute command of the wither skull, giving an effect to only the team of red of wither. So you can see when the storm is only 31 to 60 ticks old, it'll give them within a radius of 3. Then as we go on, we can see here that it has a score of 91 to 120. It gives the red player within a radius of 7 the wither effect. Thanks for watching Trifecta number 6. Is Trifecta your favorite series on my channel? Or is it showcases, tutorials, or the cube series? Make sure to leave a comment saying what your favorite series on my channel is. If you really liked it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, everybody.